Hello, awesome entrepreneurs. I'm Sudarsan, and I want to welcome you to the Atomicpreneur show. This is where we interview entrepreneurs, affiliate marketers, coaches, and consultants who are currently dominating on their industry. And hold tight, because today we got a super awesome guest in the house. And get ready for a mind blowing journey from a broken international student to a six-figure business coach. Today, she'll be sharing with us how she cracked 100K in less than 16 months and how she broken up with not one, not two, but three jobs. How she made a crazy 18K in just 1 month and even gave her parents a vacation from work forever. So let's dive in and get inspired. So without further delay, let me welcome Priza Adhikari on the stage. Hi, Priya. How are you doing today?
Hi, Sudarsan. I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm absolutely doing great. So we are currently live on Facebook. Who wants to drop any comment, you can post it there. We'll be getting back to your questions soon. So,
Hello, everyone.
so I would love to get started with some quick questions. So can you
Uh-huh.
tell us a bit about your background and how you got started in high ticket affiliate marketing and coaching business?
So, talking about my background, it's not actually background, just little story of me. That is, I am an international student here in Australia. I am originally from Nepal, born and raised there. And I came to Australia when I was 18 years old. And then as soon as I came to Australia, I think if you talk to most of the international students, they will say that as soon as they come here, they start working. Because it's hard for us to ask money with our parents, back home. So we have to get the game rolling by working, studying, and taking care of us and everything. That's what I did. And I was actually enjoying it so much because I was making my own money for the first time, right? But 1 year passed by, 2 year passed by, it started feeling like a burden instead of something that I enjoy. And then COVID hit. At that time, I think I was doing three jobs and I started losing my hours because of COVID. And I feel like COVID was the turning point for most of the people. And that's where we realized that, well, a job is not enough. We have to get more. And well, that's how I, realized as well. And what happened was there was two choice in front of me. One is to either go and find another job to fill in the financial gap that was caused because of losing all the hours, or to start something that I can call my own, that I could benefit from in longer run. And I always wanted to do something. I always knew I was meant for something great, but I didn't know what I would do because I had no skills, no experience, or anything, right? And then, just like everyone else, what I did was I opened Google and I typed, how do I make money online? I got a bunch of stuff, right? I tried a lot of them. I tried a little bit of drop shipping, a little bit of Amazon, a little bit of faceless YouTube channel, all those little surveys and stuff, and all the side hustles that people talk about on the internet. And because I was doing that, and because of how the whole internet algorithm works, the side hustle thing found me on Instagram. I was not using TikTok at that time because I used to feel TikTok was a waste of time. More on that later. But I started scrolling on Instagram and I came across a lot of, again, these kind of side hustles. So I tried a lot of them. And I came across affiliate marketing. And there was a guy claiming that, oh, he made $10,000 a month from affiliate marketing. And I had done my research on affiliate marketing and I was like, no, you can't make $10,000 doing Amazon affiliate. That's what I thought was affiliate marketing. So I thought that was sketchy, that was scammy. I didn't do anything about it. But what I did was on my end, again, I went on Google, I went on YouTube, watched tons of videos, did tons of research, filled a whole, notebook with notes about affiliate marketing. But when it came to doing it, I didn't do anything because those notes didn't help me because it didn't give me any direction, right? And what I decided was that guy was promoting a $7 course. So I was like, well, I've got nothing to lose, right? It's like, okay, maybe I'll skip a lunch for a day because it's like $10 here in Australia, $7 US dollars, and I'll just get that. And I got that $7 product, which ended up, being more and invested more. But that's basically what my background was, being the only daughter of my parents who didn't do anything back home, to being an international student who did multiple jobs, studied, took care of her, and to, basically starting affiliate marketing and being here where I am today. That's the background.
Awesome. I can completely resonate with your journey because I have also gone through the same, almost similar, because everyone's journey is different, but the real and actual reasons almost similar.
Yeah.
So I can completely resonate with your backstory. That's how most of the affiliate marketer or entrepreneur started their journey. So I just want to know, you started your journey as an affiliate marketer, and then you shifted to help coaches to grow their coaching business. So how this transition happened? Can you tell us a bit about it?
So what happened was, while I was doing affiliate marketing, I was making good money. I think I was making almost $5,000 to $8,000 per month, which is like twice or thrice the time of the thing I used to make from even working 3 jobs. And then at that moment, when I was actually making money, I was going to quit. I almost quit because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't get the kick in me. The purpose was not there. And I felt like, well, what's this even worth? Like, why am I even doing this? I had a little chat with my mentor at that time. We went through a deep dive into all the mindset stuff, what's going on, why am I thinking this way? And what we realized was the reason I was going to quit is because I was promoting somebody else's product. That means I was not accountable for anybody's success. That means, well, nothing dependent on me. Everything was like, okay, buy the course, do the course. Yes, I was helping them, I was supporting them, but I was not accountable to their success. And I wanted, I don't know, it's like, I don't know a thing, but I wanted the responsibility of being an accountability partner for someone and helping them succeed. Now, I know this may sound all made up and woo-woo, but this is the exact conversation that I had with my mentor, right? And what we decided was, okay, let's try it out. Let's, keep affiliate marketing on the side for now. And because I was making money, I know what I was doing. I was not doing anything the courses were telling me. I was just using it as a medium to promote something. I know what I was doing. I had my own framework because I had invested tons and tons of money in learning those things. And because I have implemented everything, I knew what worked and what did not. So we were like, okay, let's try it out. Let's see if, the system that you put on could help somebody else as well. Could help people like you, maybe. Even not just coaches, but affiliate marketers just like me who are struggling. And, so that they don't have to invest the tons and tons of money that I did in all of the courses, all of the mentors, all of the people that I did, right? And there is no really, step 1, step 2, step 3 to describe the transition, but this is basically how I kind of went from being an affiliate, not feeling fulfilled by what I was doing, to being a coach where I love what I'm doing right now. I love helping people. I love getting up to messages where people are like, Priza, you're the best. How did you even know that I had this problem? Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for telling me, what to do. So basically, I would say what motivated me, the fulfillment, yes. The transition, I don't have the steps to say, but this is how that happened.
Absolutely, I can completely resonate with the reason. And yeah, it's completely understandable that like affiliate marketing is like most like promoting products with someone's product and making this money. And most of the people take it like that, promote the product and make the money. But more impact you can make leveraging the power of coaching, where you can actually take the accountability of everyone. So definitely that reason completely can resonate. We can create more impact leveraging with our help. So that's great to know that your transition happened like to make more impact on this industry. So I just love to know your journey from struggling with 3 jobs to achieving 100K in less than 16 months is incredible. What kind of things have you changed that helped you to achieve that what you have today?
There are a lot of things that I had to change. First thing starting was my mindset. Now, this is actually something very personal and I don't share it often, but I have been through a series of bad past experiences because of which we call it trauma, right? Because of which I had a belief stored in me that I did not deserve anything, that I was not good at anything, that I could not do anything in my life. I had that belief. So my biggest struggle and the biggest, thing that I had to change was my mindset. And I couldn't do it because I don't know how to do it. If I knew, I would have changed my mindset. So for that, I had to work one-on-one with a trauma-informed coach just to get this in the right headspace. First was that, fixing my mindset, from going from I don't deserve anything to I deserve everything that I want. That's my mindset now, right? Mindset first thing. Second thing was when I was struggling, I was doing too many things. I was posting on TikTok, Instagram, trying to do Facebook marketing, one coach says one thing, I did that. Another coach said another thing, I did that. So I didn't have any process of mine. I didn't have any framework that I could follow. And because I was not in the right headspace, that's why whatever the other person told, I used to do that. And I made my business more complicated than ever, right? What I've changed now and what is actually helping me make more money than I used to is making this system as simple as possible. I don't do too many stuff. I don't, do thousands of things. I do a couple of things here and there today. I do a couple of things here and there tomorrow. And that's a simple process that I follow to run my business and to basically bring in profit, right? The second thing was, yes, the framework. I had to change the framework because complicating things was just making me do this and not actually see any kind of results, right? The other thing was to get a mentor that I actually clicked with and that I actually trusted. I have been through a series of mentors in this journey. The first mentor I had was the person I still believe in, but he's too expensive for me to afford. And he was too expensive for me to afford at that time too. But at that time, I was just too curious. So I invested all of my savings in him, right? After that, I got through a series of mentors, who were great. I'm not saying they are bad, but they just didn't click with me. The system that they were following, the things that they were doing, it just didn't resonate with what I wanted to do. It just didn't align with the strengths that I had, right? And the mentor who I'm working with right now, I connect, I align, I listen to what she's saying. So again, first was mindset. Second was changing my system and making it as simple as possible. As simple as possible, not listening to anyone, but listening to myself and saying, what do I want? How do I want my business to be? Because I'm telling you, if you have a vision in mind, and if you want business to be a certain way, you can create that. You can make it happen in that way, right? And the third one is to have a mentor whom I can resonate with. And of course, to listen to the mentor actually, which I didn't do before. I paid the mentors, the money that they were charging for the mentorship and the coaching, and they were teaching one thing. I would go on to do another thing. And I was like, well, what's going on? If you knew what to do, why would you pay them in the first place? Right? That's another mistake that I did too. And that's one of the changes that I made in myself too. That again kind of falls into the mindset phase, which is like trust the person you have invested in. And that's why I said you first have to click with the person, because if you don't click with the person, you won't do anything that they say. Because I've been in there and I know, how that happens. Even though you pay thousands and thousands of dollars to someone, and you don't click with them, you won't apply the thing that they teach you, even though they are multi-millionaires, even though they have created multi-million-dollar case studies. You won't be one of the multi-million case studies because you don't click with them simply, right? Find your values, find your strengths, find how you want your business to be, find your problem, and now go and find a mentor who aligns with all of these. That is what is going to be helpful.
Amazing, sister. I completely love the process that you have shared, like starting with the mindset and tracking with the right framework, step by step, and keeping everything simple rather than sexy. So definitely love the process to get on the next step. So I just have another questions, like going from not making a single penny for 3 months to tackling a 10K debt is like something out of a movie. So how did you stay motivated during this tough time? Can you share a little bit about journey that you have faced?
Yeah, I mean, it was a nightmare. Imagine being in another country, right? Whole another country. It's not even like 2 to 3 hours of travel. It's like 15, 16 hours of travel from my country to here. You're by yourself. You have no family. You have no friends here. And you are $10,000 in debt. I mean, those days, those nights, I can't even remember. Like, I don't want to even remember them because they are so haunting. And every night I used to fear, well, what if I don't make it? What if I'm not able to pay this money? What if I don't start making money from this business? I used to get all of those thoughts. But what also kept me motivated was, and this is a thing that is talked about in this space a lot, is my why. What's the reason behind doing this? Why am I even doing this? Yes, being able to quit my jobs and live a life that I want was one thing. But one of the major things that kept me motivated was my parents. I come from a working class family back in Nepal. That is, my mom and dad worked their whole life to give me the best life possible, the best school. I used to study in the top school in my city. I used to study in the top college in my city. If you were to see my parents' finances, I don't know how they could afford to, send me in those schools and colleges, but they did. Managed somehow. And now it was my turn to give them something. And yes, I was being able to send money even by working there 2 to 3 jobs, but I wanted more. I knew that if I were to go this job route, work a 9 to 5, I would never be able to do the things that I wanted to do, is take my parents and travel the whole world, build a beautiful house for my parents, give them the best life that they deserve. And every time I felt like, it's not that I didn't think of quitting, I did. Even every single day when I was even making content, when I was having a conversation with someone, I used to take a step back and think, well, maybe this is not for me. I'm not so marketing and sales savvy, so maybe I'll just take a step back and go back to working another job, right? But at that time, I used to remember my parents. I used to talk to them, and I was like, no, I cannot afford to quit because this, both of my parents, they deserve the life. And even if I don't do this for myself, I have to do it for them. And that has been my motivator till today. Even today, even when I am making money, sometimes I feel like I should just take a step back. I should just go in, I'm about to finish my degree. Maybe I'll just go and get a job in IT because that's what I'm studying. and get the money instantly, because business is up and down. It's not that I'm making money every single month, it's up and down. And on those days, I can sit down and reflect back on my why. Why am I doing this? For what reason? Right? And that's the thing, what has kept me going so far, even after not making any money for 3 months, even after being in there, even when I had no money, no results, but it was time to invest again. I did invest and reinvest when I was literally making no money. I was in total loss. That's what kept me going. That's what kept me motivated, is my parents, and that's my why, basically.
Definitely, like every entrepreneur journey is like a roller coaster ride. So it's always ups and downs. There is always a roadblock there. And our biggest why, like, keep us on the track, what to do. And your biggest why is your parents, which is really heart catching. The story that you're saying, I can really literalize that, like why I'm doing this. So definitely family is the biggest reason that you're working and you're making impact more. And yeah, glad to know that, yeah, your biggest why to keep going on this journey. So you have recently cracked, I guess, 18K in just one single month. So I do have questions regarding that. So closing deals out of 6K and having 18K months, that's like discovering a treasure chest. So could you share some of the key strategies or breakthrough moment that lead you to such remarkable financial growth? A roadmap, how he crack your 18K months?
So, not basically a framework, but what I've realized throughout this journey is I've focused very much on personal branding. That has been my sole focus, is being me, showing up as myself, being there for my people, right? Even when I don't feel like. And when I don't feel like showing up, I'll tell them, well, I don't feel like showing up, but here I am for you guys. Being transparent, being honest. That is what has helped me build a pipeline of leads, which is flowing every single day, right? So if I were to share, let's say, a framework with you guys, what I would do is I would pick a platform for lead generation, right? If you guys are watching, start taking notes. One is to pick a platform for lead generation. In that platform, do not sell. Do not sell anything. Focus on personal branding, focus on your content, focus on attraction marketing. Now pick another platform where you will start nurturing the leads that you get from here, right? Could be Facebook groups, could be Facebook profile, could be emails, could be YouTube. I don't know, you pick your platform where people will be able to see more of you, where people will be able to see more of your expertise, where people will be able to see who you are, what you do, and more of how you can help them, basically. Isn't this, the fuss all about? Is how you can help people. Now, what I want you to do next is have conversations. Do not send links. Do not send people directly to your links thinking that, oh, they will buy. People don't, especially with, now these days, with all the AIs and stuff, people might feel, well, you're just a bot. Why would I buy from this person? They need to see the person. They need to feel that emotional connection with you. And fourth is to have an offer in place, listing all the benefits that people can get, not features. It's not about, maybe you're selling an umbrella. Don't tell people that the umbrella is made of silk or satin, but instead tell people that this umbrella is going to help them protect themselves from heat, sun, rain, the wind, and everything, right? So this 4-tier step basically is to have a lead gen platform, is to have a lead nurture platform, is to have conversations, and to close your deals with your offer. You can jump on calls if you want. beneficial. You can just do chats if you want. That's up to you. But follow this simple framework. And while you're doing this, keep this thing in mind, which is the lead generation platform, because this is the first thing that people will see and come into your ecosystem. So make sure your content talks about the type of people who you want to attract. Your content talks about the type of people who you don't want to work with. Your content talks about the problems that your people have. And your content talks about the solution that you and your product can give to your audience. Right? Do this thing. And I'm telling you, again, this is the simple system that I'm talking about. I do this in my business. This is how I make, nowadays $10,000 to $15,000 every single month by doing this simple thing. And the way I was able to crack that $18,000 a month was by showing people that I am someone in authority. Not an expert. I am not an expert. I come on every single day saying that I don't know stuff. I don't know about everything. But I build authority. Is that people look up to me and say that, okay, this is a person that can help me. And how I did that? By my content. Of course, I can't just sit here and say, well, I'm an authority, and people will just, start assuming, or I'll just maybe give out some brain waves, like I'm kind of psyche or something, and transmit it into people's brain and make them to think that I'm an authority. No. People don't have to like you. Keep in mind, people don't have to like you. So the know, like, and trust factor, remove the like. They have to know you and trust you. And add one more thing, which is they have to connect with you emotionally. Right? You have to kind of spike up that emotions. Because if the people who ever bought from me did not feel the kind of emotional connect with me, did not trust me, did not know me, I don't think they would have ever bought from me. Right? So do the things that you can do to show that you are a person who can be trusted, to show that you're a person that people can feel safe to connect emotionally. And follow the framework I just gave you, and you'll be starting to make money. Right?
Absolutely, sister. Love these golden nuggets that you've shared, like step by step, and making the things super simple with a roadmap, sticking with one platform and focusing on the content and connecting with people emotionally. And when I was listening to you, I was totally connected with emotionally that I'm listening from someone. So that's why I like your content, and that's why I thought I should invite you on my show. So I'm blessed to have you here.
Oh, thank you. I'm really honored to.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to ask another one. So you have recently retired your parents.
Yeah. Wait. Before we move on to another question, I want to add one more thing. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, never mind.
Now I remember it. Before I had to add this in the, what changes did you make to start making the money? Is to start making mistakes. I was terrified of making mistakes. I was like, no. I have to follow a strict system, because if I fail, if I make mistake, that's the end of it. I won't be making any money. But little did I know that I was actually losing so much money because I was not making those mistakes. Think of it this way. Pick a goal. Maybe you want to hit your first $3,000 this month. Now, think of it this way. In order to hit your first $3,000 this month, you need to make 30 mistakes. If you don't make that $3,000. Now, rush out and start making those mistakes. Because, Sudarsan, what I did was I followed a script for content. I followed a script for conversations. I followed a script for live training. Now, at the end of the day, I didn't have my framework. I did not learn anything, right? I did not have any experience in me. And people pay for experience. If people were to pay for knowledge, Chat GPT, Google, YouTube. But the reason people pay is to know what we've been through, to basically not make the same mistakes that we've made. Now, if you are here on a clean slate without making any mistake, what are you going to teach anyone? How are you going to help anyone get over any kind of hurdles when you yourself have not been in a hurdle? Right? So start making mistakes, because the sooner you start making those mistakes, the sooner you get a chance to learn from it and to again push your business to a new level. Right? So take this as a challenge, pick up a goal, and how much ever you wanna make, kind of divide it by 100 and make those kind of, those many mistakes. And I can guarantee you will make that kind of money. Right? So yeah, sorry to interrupt again.
Boris, thanks once again for sharing another golden nugget. It's like doing the mistakes and learn from it and become inspired from it. Lovely. That's like awesome game changing thing. Like I've never thought that way. Like most of us like have that fear of doing the mistakes. Like what if I start getting the wrong content? So we start and stuck on that, like what if like people will say something wrong about it. So we don't have fear of mistakes. That's why we're not able to grow. And definitely that you have to just say about the mistake, do the mistake, learn from it, and make it better. Definitely love it, sister.
Thank you.
And yeah, so I have seen a recent of your post, like where you have mentioned that you have retired your parents. So definitely it's a superhero move. So can you tell us more about the emotion and reaction that came after achieving this milestone? Like how does it feel to you and to your parents?
I mean, I am in shock that I was able to do that so soon. I was 22 years old when I retired my parents. And when people think about it, when people ask me, well, you're 22 and you've already retired your parents, they're like, oh my God. And I don't know, I might even cry while I'm saying this, but I feel great. I mean, I had never thought that I would be able to. Now, it's not too expensive to support a lifestyle back in Nepal because the currency difference and all. But the fact that I could tell my parents, and it's not that I was planning to retire them, but because of COVID, they both lost their jobs, right? And my mom was a teacher, and my dad used to work as a housekeeping manager. So they lost their job because of COVID. And when COVID kind of ended, my mom was planning to go back to her teaching job because school reopened and everything. And my dad was planning to get another job as a housekeeping manager again. And at that moment, I said, you don't need to anymore. You don't need to go out and find a job because now I can support you. Now I'm in a place where I'm stable enough to support myself because I'm still studying. So I still have to support myself here. And I can do the same for you. Right? That was a moment where all of three of us, in a video call, of course, sat down and we were like, okay, let's not find a job anymore because you've worked most of your life. Now is your free time. Do the things that you like. Right. And just after that, my mom started traveling, she was like out with friends, going here and there, and she used to send me pictures. And I was like, I'm so happy that again, that's not the life that I've imagined. I've got more planned for them, but it feels like I'm getting there. It feels like that's the first step. Now it's time for the next step. Now it's time for the next one. Right? So you just feel good about it. And it gives you, again, a push, a motivation to do more. Because when you see that smile, when you see, my mom has arthritis, so she has swollen legs and can't, if she walks too much, just her leg becomes like really irritable and she becomes immovable. And now she's like going therapy, coming back home, relaxing, taking care of her health, taking care of her legs, doing things that she likes. She started doing TikToks, right? So it's like, you feel great. And when you reflect back at it, you kind of feel proud, about yourself too. It's like, Cool, you did it. It was your dream. It was one of your dreams, and you've achieved it. There is so much more to come. So don't stop working. Don't stop working for it. Right? I mean, it's indescribable, the feeling that I have. My heart is literally racing just thinking about that moment. But it's a really great feeling. It's amazing.
Lovely, sister. Like we cannot even express like through the words only like how it feels. And your family was one of the biggest results, like returning your parents, and you have fulfillment one of your biggest dream. That's really awesome. Only at the age of 22, right? So definitely that's a massive achievement, I believe, for someone who has at just the age of 21 or 22. So I was having the same feeling, like I was able to do something for my parents, like with the entrepreneurship journey. Like today, even my father's death anniversary was today. And I was feeling happy that like I'm in a situation that like I can support my family and I can actually create some impact. And the way you're sharing your story, I can was completely going on that, like what I've did for my parents. And I believe it makes them super proud of you. And I was also feeling good that yeah, you did a great uh, work for them. So I just want to ask a few questions if you have some time with us.
Yeah, sure.
So, so the journey of personal growth is often filled with unexpected lessons. What's one valuable piece of advice or skills you have gained from your previous experience that you'd love to pass to our aspiring entrepreneurs?
I would say my greatest lessons, my greatest learnings, my greatest breakthrough moments, everything has come when I started being uncomfortable. Now, you see, I am the type of person who used to hate TikTok. I used to say that, well, TikTok is a time waster. I used to fear being in front of camera, right? If if we were somewhere out in a beautiful place and I, let's say, told you to take a picture of me, and if you took more than 2 seconds, literally more than 2 seconds to take a picture of mine, I will be all sweaty and I'll start yelling at you because my anxiety level will go here, right? So camera, not even camera shy, but camera anxious. What I did was I became uncomfortable and I started talking in front of camera. Was that easy? No. My first TikTok video was, I think, 10 seconds long, and it took me 2 hours to 2 hours. Right? I can film a year's worth of content now in 2 hours. So being uncomfortable. Now let's say that's just the camera shy thing. In terms of sales, what I did was I was hired to do a door-to-door sales job, which was in a solar company. I went on the first day. They trained me on what to do. I quit the second day because I was like, I cannot sell anything to anyone. Sales or marketing, that is not my thing. Right? Now, what did I have to do? I had to get uncomfortable and get on that sales call in order to close my first deal. Right? I did that. I didn't close the first ever deal that, I jumped on a call with. No. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and bam, sale. Right? So if I were to give the biggest piece of advice to anyone, is to start being uncomfortable. Recently, I did one of the things which I was terrified to do, is to go outside, take out my camera, and start filming a video, talking to myself. I did that. And again, my heart rate was pumping so loud, I thought I would, get a stroke right there. Because it was like, pumping so loud. And the first time I did that, oh my God. The second time I did that, okay, a little bit better. The third time I did that, is somebody looking at me? It's so weird. And now you will see me in the park with a phone in my hand recording a video. If I had not taken the first step, and if I had not reached so close to getting a stroke, I don't think I would be, here today filming out in the public. If I had not been uncomfortable before and started my journey in front of camera, in front of TikTok, I don't think I would have been able to retire my parents. I don't think I would have been able to quit my jobs. I don't think I would have been able to live the life that I'm living today. I'm not saying I live a luxury life. It's the same apartment, same bed, same table. But the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual change that I've seen in myself, it's like I'm winning. It's like I'm getting there. And that all happened because I decided to get uncomfortable. So every time you see yourself getting too comfortable, get out there and do something that makes you uncomfortable. Maybe you don't feel comfortable eating alone in public. Go into that. Maybe you don't feel comfortable talking to strangers. Go into that. I used to do this and walk away, in the streets. Now I'm like smiling and talking to people. Now, how did that happen? Because I decided to get uncomfortable, right? I would not be here talking to you like this in front of a camera if I were a person who I was, 1 or 2 years ago. This is happening. The interaction between you and me is happening. You guys are listening to me just because I decided to get uncomfortable. And that's what you should do as well. And while you're getting uncomfortable, do another thing is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself because you are meant for what you want and so much more. Coming from a person who thought I did not deserve anything in the world, I had a belief that, I did not deserve anything. And that's what I attracted. Nothing. I had to shift that belief. And now I'm like, I deserve everything. And guess what's happening? I am getting everything that I want. So start, getting uncomfortable while you're believing in yourself, while you believe that anything that you want is possible. Anything that you want to achieve is possible. And I'm telling you, you will be unstoppable. You will get everything that you want. You will reach the heights that you want to reach. And you will make the massive impact that you want to make. Right? So that's my 2 cents, basically.
That's the awesome golden nuggets, like being uncomfortable. Like my mentor also, you always used to say, you can either be a private person or an entrepreneur. You have to be uncomfortable to do the things that we have not done before. So like when I can completely realize when I started got into my first live on Facebook, I was feeling completely nervous. Even I was sweating completely. And even my native language is not English. I was not feeling good speak on that. So, but when I eliminate that limiting belief and start becoming comfortable on that, so that's where like I started my first show, started my second show, and I can believe like, yeah, I'm getting more better on this, and I'm getting more better on communication because I was that kind of person that complete introvert, never asked a question even on the class before. But now you can see me, I'm taking interviews with you.
Yeah.
And that's definitely. And one of the men of my mentor always said that like if you want something you have never had, you have to do something you have never done before. So definitely being uncomfortable is the biggest advice you have given so far. So if you're watching it replay, definitely make some notes. He's already shared a lot of golden nuggets there.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you a last question. So you got this awesome 4 parts of free training to hit 10K consistently going on. So could you tell us a little bit about what's in the store and if our audience might be eager to jump onto this opportunity? Would you like to share more about your program?
Yeah. So the part 1 for the 4-step training happened today, like today morning, my time. If you are in the US, that's like 7 p.m. EST or something. So what I did was because I am busy with uni and stuff, and my mornings and evenings are occupied by uni and everything, and I've got coaching calls and content to make and all the thing. The only time I had spared was either Monday morning or Wednesday morning. So what I decided was, instead of doing 2 a week and then doing one another day, I did this as a 4-week training where I'm doing one content every single week for 4 weeks. Now, in this way, what benefit it also gives people is that they have enough time to digest that knowledge and implement that in their business. So if you are anyone that has a dish or product or service, that you want to sell, you want to build an audience, you want to fill in your lead pipeline with leads, you want to close deals and basically hit 10K per month consistently, as the topic already says, then this is a training that's for you. On day one today, we talked about my simple business framework, which I also shared with you, guys today. We also went a bit deeper into audience building, which is one thing that I see most people neglecting. People are like, I don't need an audience, I just want to make money. I just want to sell something to someone. And they end up making no money at all. So we went a bit deeper into that. I gave a practice from which people can find their audience. We talked about how we can build a long-term, business based on our audience. Because I'm telling you, your audience is the base foundation of your business. And it is going to change. I'm not saying it's going to be permanent forever, but imagine this. How can you make a tall, strong house on a weak foundation? So you need to get your foundation right. That's what we covered today on day one, or let's say week one, is the audience part. Now, the coming weeks and the rest of the 3 trainings will cover marketing, how to get your marketing message straight, how to get people to listen to you, how to start generating leads from that. The other one will be on conversation and sales, right? And the 4th one will be on offer. So that is the thing that we'll be covering. So it's basically a business, pack. That is, if you have a business, if you want to sell it online, this is for you. And it's for free. It's like I'm spilling everything that I know and everything that has helped me make consistent 10K, 15K months, and that has helped my students make 5K, 10K, and 15K milestones, right? So if you fall in that category, feel free to join. If you don't, feel free to not join. I don't know what to say.
I love it, sister. The massive value you're providing for free. Like most of the people don't actually sometimes don't give the value of free of something. So I hopefully like that you're putting that value, will be watching it or will be taking the challenge seriously. They can definitely achieve something big, maybe on the long term. So what's the process they can join on that free training? Would you like to share?
Yeah, you can message me if you want, and if I'm online or if my VA is online, we can get back to you. What you have to do all the way is you have to register through a Zoom link, so you get the access to the Zoom call. And inside the Zoom call, it will be you, me, bunch of other people, like-minded people just like you and me. And in that, you will get the training. And at the end, if you have any questions regarding your business, it does not have to be the topic of the day. You can ask me any questions that you like, because I'll open the ground for more questions, and that's how it will go basically. So send me a message. I'll send you the registration link, and you can sign up and we can get you rolling with that.
Awesome. I'll drop the Priza's Facebook link on the comments. So if you are willing to join on her free challenge for 4 weeks, definitely you can do it, and definitely it will be life-changing opportunity for you. So thank you, sister, for sharing all the golden nuggets, and it's really an awesome time and session with you. So you've shared us so much value today regarding coaching stuff, regarding the regular lifestyle. I really loved that, and I was really connected emotionally with the things that you're sharing today. I'll definitely watch this session once again on the recording, and I'll take some notes out of there. And I'm so grateful for your presence over here. And thank you once again, Priza, for being here and spending your valuable time with us.
Thank you.
So
Thank you for having me, Sudarshan. Like it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
yeah, thank you, sister. And thank you everyone for joining the Atomicpreneur show. If you are watching it live on the Facebook, you can drop #live. And if you're watching it replay, drop #replay. So if you have any questions or if you want to connect with Priza, I'll drop the link on the comment of this live. You can join and connect with Priza today, and you can discuss with the 4-week session. And thank you everyone once again for joining with us. Have an amazing day. See you once again on the next session.